Hi, I'm Heather, owner of MomForLife.com, a website that focuses exclusively on unique and useful mom-invented products. The product that I want to share with you today is important to me because it's something that we use every summer, and I know that if your family is anything like mine, sunscreen is something that you need to stock up on a regular basis. And I don't know about you, but a few years ago, I started becoming more and more aware of the fact that everything we put on our skin doesn't just stay on our skin, but can eventually get into our bodies and into our bloodstream, and it affects us and our health. And once I started realizing the impact that what we put on our skin can have on us, I started being a lot more careful, aware, and proactive about the kind of products that I purchased and had in our home. So sunscreen quickly became one product that I wanted to consider carefully and purchase wisely. So when we set out to consider which product line would be a good one that we could stand behind for Mom for Life, it was really important to me that we carefully consider not only the ingredients, but how they're made, what the company stands behind, what kind of values are important to them. And we think we found a product that meets our high criteria. So I'd love to tell you about it. Loving Naturals was created by a parent team, Diana and her husband Harley, set out in 2005 to create a line of sunscreen that they could feel comfortable with every ingredient that was listed in the product. They started becoming more aware of how sketchy labels can be and how hidden ingredients can be put under the guise of a fragrance, or if a product ingredient has been proven safe, it doesn't always necessarily have to be included on the label. And this bothered them, and they wanted to create a product that every single ingredient that was in the product was listed on the packaging, and that they could feel comfortable about everything that they put in the product. Now I'll start out by explaining the difference between sunscreen and sunblock. And sometimes the words are used interchangeably, but they do have different meanings. A sunscreen is a chemical-based product that you need to apply to your skin before you go out in the sun to allow time for that product to soak into your skin. And so when the sun hits your skin, there's a chemical reaction that takes place, and so it's something that actually gets absorbed into your system. A sunblock, on the other hand, is something that's applied to the top of your skin, and the ingredients remain as a block on the top of your skin, and so it doesn't have to be applied ahead of time. As soon as you put it on, it starts to work. Some blocks are mineral-based, and in general, they're going to be a much safer alternative as far as the kind of ingredients that are used. The two main active ingredients that you'll often find in sunblocks are either titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. There might be a combination of both or just one or the other. The Loving Natural line contains only zinc oxide. Now, zinc oxide is unique in that it fully blocks the sun from penetrating your skin in a way that protects you from both the UVA and UVB rays. It's water resistant, and the benefits is that it's completely safe and it doesn't harm you in any way. The caveat to that is that unlike sunscreens that you might be used to, it doesn't soak in and become totally invisible. It will remain on the top of your skin, and it's got that whitish appearance that that might come to mind when you think of like a skier with zinc on their nose and that kind of thing. That being said, sunblocks do vary in how well they are applied, how smooth the texture of the sunblock is, and even how white of an appearance it creates on your skin. Something else that I want to mention is there's a website called the Skin Safety Database that I've used a lot personally and really helped me in making my decision for what kind of sunblock we would carry on Mom for Life. The nice thing about this website is you can go and they have thousands of products in their database that you can search for by company name, by brand, by type, and it will show you the full list and breakdown of the ingredients found in that product, as well as what ingredients are considered safe or not safe, and to what degree they offer some concern health-wise for you and your family. So I use this website regularly when I'm trying to decide what toothpaste to get or what deodorant to buy, and so sunscreen was no exception. So when we started searching for a sunscreen for Mom for Life, I went to that database and I wanted to find out what are the lowest ratings available. The lower the number, the safer it is. And as of this year, 1 is the lowest rating that they offer in the category of sunscreens. 10 would be the highest number with the most concern. And so I was pleased to find out that Loving Naturals had a rating of 1, which is the lowest that they offer, and gave me a lot of assurance that the ingredients that you'll find in here are safe for you and your family. So let's open it up and take a look inside. This was actually a sample that was sent to me last summer. So it's been sitting on the shelf for about 6 months at least. And some sunscreens might separate over time with some oil. And I was really impressed. It looks really good. If I squeeze it up to the top, you can see it's thick but yet creamy. It has a little bit of a tinted color to it. It's not pure white. It's got a little bit of a creamy color in it, and I find that is a nice benefit when you're trying to rub it in, that it's not starting out as bright white as you might expect. So I'll rub some in my hand here. It's very creamy and smooth. The smell, there's really not much of a smell at all, which I kind of appreciate because sometimes smells can be tricky. Some people like certain odors and some don't. It has a tiny bit of almost a clay type smell, but it's very mild. I don't really notice it unless I really get my nose up to it. To me, it's not offensive at all, and I would probably prefer that over a scented product because usually the scents can actually add their own complications depending on what the scent is derived from. So I don't know if you can see on my hand or not there, but it has rubbed in quite nicely. In fact, I'll even put some on my cheek. Maybe you'll be able to see that even better. This is considered water resistant, and it does resist the water quite well. And I don't know about you, but for me, I can get over having a little bit of a whitish tint to my skin if it's compared to that or putting something on my skin that's harmful, and especially for my kids. And I know for myself, I usually just wear a wide-brimmed hat, so I don't put a lot on my face anyway. On my arms, I really don't care if there's a little bit of white. But I don't know if you can see or not, but it really rubbed in quite nicely and doesn't really leave a residue that's of any concern to me. So some other benefits to the Loving Naturals line is that it's non-greasy, which I totally agree with. It's very smooth and nice feeling. It's vegan. It's also gluten-free. Overall, I'm just really impressed. It's great to have a product that is of low concern on the Skin Safety Database website, that applies easily, that works, and that's affordable. So this got an A in my book. I hope that you like it too, and I'd love to hear any feedback that you might have about it.